What's going on, everyone? Pager here with another video. I'm super excited to have you guys and welcome to the family, guys. If you're new, my name is Pedro, and in this video I'm going to show you my exact strategy on how to be able to profit any single pair, guys. With this strategy, you can literally implement it with any single pair, and I'll give you an example with our GBP odd trade that I literally told you guys that we were looking at buys outside of this range.
Price went exactly as expected, over 200
and I nailed it. I nailed it.
Tips, guys, in our favor. So make sure you watch this video to the very end, guys, because I'm going to be showing you my exact strategy. Full disclosure, I'm super excited for this video, and let's dive in. All right, guys. So as always, let's start with number one most important thing when it comes to trading. We want to understand the overall direction. So we want to understand, what are we trending? Are we trending to the upside? Are we trending to the downside? Are we ranging? Whatever it is, we need to figure out first the overall direction. Once we understand the direction, then we can anticipate outlook that we have with the markets, right? So in this case, let's put our euro JPY as an example, okay? And we can see that overall we were what? Trending to the upside. Very, very clear overall direction. You can see that clearly the market was trending to the upside, okay? However, we always want to also focus on what? Our key levels. So point number two, focus on key levels, okay? Now, how do we find these key levels? Well, we can see them very clearly when we see price touching certain points at least minimum 3 times, when we see 3 different touch points, especially when we see, for example, let's say the 4-hour time frame like this right here, okay? We can see that this level over here is quite significant. Why? Well, we could see, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. We could see we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different touch points of this major key resistance level. So that to me is an indication that, hey, you know what? Price, every time it came up here, it reacted and rejected this level structure. Came up here, rejected. Came up here, rejected, right? And so look at this, came back up to this level and then rejected. But then price came back up once more again. And what happened? Bam, and rejected. So what does this tell you as a trader? Well, this tells me as a trader that, hey, you know what? This level is quite significant, which means that in the future, if it were to ever touch this level again, we can anticipate potentially that price may reject this level structure once more. Look at over here, rejected over here. Price tried to come up, but we knew that overall price was starting to exhaust, right? So we didn't retest that level anymore and we moved on. But knowing that that's how we can look at the markets, okay, we can understand overall market structure, okay? So the other thing that we also want to focus on is overall behavior of the candles, right? So we also have to, you know, if you're just starting out, I highly suggest that you first kind of study market structure. You study kind of how the markets move, major key levels, right? And then focus on learning your candles and patterns, right? Because once you understand how each candle has a story, guys, and this is really important for you to know and understand, that each candlestick has a story, okay? This is how we're going to be able to understand what price is trying to tell us, okay? So I'm going to explain to you how I was able to catch this trade that actually went in our favor over 170 pips. In fact, if you go and watch my previous live stream, you'll be able to see when I literally called it out and I said, guys, this is what I'm looking at for Euro JPY. I don't typically trade this pair, but this is what I think it's going to do, and I'm just going to leave this here, and literally price went
exactly as expected.
And I nailed it. I nailed it.
with literally no drawdown, guys. So listen closely, guys. Listen very closely what I'm going to tell you right now. When we're in an upwards trend, what do we look for? When we're in an upwards trend, we look for lower highs and higher highs, right? But when we're in a downwards trend, what do we look for? We look for lower highs and lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, etc. Right? Perfect. When we're ranging, what do we anticipate? Well, price is just going to range sideways. It's not going to be creating higher highs or higher lows, or lower highs or lower lows. Perfect. What happened here? We look at the bigger scale on the daily time frame. So this is the daily time frame. This is what I saw. Okay. So guys, listen closely and make sure you watch to the end of this video, because I'm going to show you my exact strategy on how I was able to catch over 170 pips literally in a matter of hours. Okay. And if you would have, mind you, if you would have done a full lot on that 170 pips, you would have been over $1,700 profit. Okay. And if you would have done 10 full lots, even more, and whatever. Okay. You guys get the point. But the thing that I noticed was that we were going in an upwards trend. We were creating what? This is a low. This is a higher high. This is a higher low. This is a higher high. This is a higher low because it still didn't break this previous low. Okay. And then this is a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. What happened here? What happened here, guys? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think happened here? What did we fail to do? Let me know in the chat box or in the comment box. Sorry, I'm used to saying chat box, but let me know in the comments box below. What happened here with price? If we were forming this upwards trend, okay, and we create what? Higher higher highs on an upwards trend. What do we create, guys? Higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, right? What did we fail to create here in this kind of upwards channel? We failed to create a higher high. We could see it clear as water, guys, over here. And let me just kind of show you guys here with my arrow. We failed to what? Create a higher high. So that is indicator number one for me as a trader that the overall sentiment is starting to shift. And why is this even more important now? Let me get some water, guys, because this is getting really interesting.
That's what she said.
This is more important because this is the higher time frame. This is the daily time frame, guys. Okay, so I already knew as a trader, I'm like, well, on the daily, we already know that we're failing to create a higher high, and we're actually starting to shift its overall direction and potentially start shifting into a ranging market, or even potentially break these lows down here and actually start creating a new overall direction, right? And so that's what ended up happening. If we look down to the 4-hour time frame, we started to shift from a upwards trend from this channel into a slight little range that then shifted into a downwards momentum. Okay, and that's what I saw. I saw, okay, you know what, the overall sentiment is starting to shift here. And let me just clear the charts so you guys can see. I'm not going to clear it just yet because I have the trade set up there anyways, but we started to see what did we start to see, guys? I'm going to show you exactly here. Let me just pull this up here. Let's just say 1 2 3, whatever. Look, we got, what's this? Look, that's the first low here, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? A little bit lower, but it still didn't break above this high, previous high. If price would have broke above this previous high, that completely invalidates the downwards trend. But price will sometimes do something like this called a complex pullback or a retest of these highs, where it'll come back up to these highs, fake out a bunch of people because they'll think, oh, we're definitely selling here, right? But no, when it breaks above here, we're not looking for buys yet because we're waiting for confirmation, right? We want to get a stronger momentum above the previous highs. If we don't break the previous highs, it's just a complex pullback still in the downwards direction. Okay, and so this is what I'm talking about, is that where we saw we failed to create a higher high at this point, but we came and retested this level structure. So if we go over to the 1-hour time frame, I knew, and if we look over here, I knew we were coming to a level where price had respected in the past. And one of the things I want to tell you that really helped me kind of understand everything and added confluence is, I knew that still, if we go back to the daily, so the beginning of the charts, I knew that overall, even if we were going to be at this current market ranging, okay, even if we were going to be ranging, I knew that we were coming to the top of the range. Okay, listen closely, guys. Listen closely. Even though we weren't trending to the downside, I knew that we were still maybe going to be looking for sells, okay? Because the overall sentiment, look at the sentiment, started to change. Look, right? We started to shift and we failed to create a higher high on the higher time frame. And we broke this previous low out of this upwards channel, okay? Even though we could have just started to look, because technically it's just, it retested and created a complex pullback and retested these highs, right? So it didn't really create a lower low, right? It just kind of started ranging. But what was this? This was the high of the range, right? So then I narrowed this down to the 4-hour, okay? And what did I see here? I saw this strong momentum retest to this major level of resistance. And if we look to the past, okay, I'm going to keep it on the 4-hour because I want you guys to see exactly what I'm talking about. Price came up here, okay? This is where I saw the trade opportunity. I saw price, look, previously break above, reject, previously break above, reject, okay? And then price was coming back up, but I knew that after rejecting this level structure twice, and we knew that on the daily, we were looking to the downwards momentum to the downside. I knew that most likely at this resistance area here, because if we look to the left, okay, always look to the left, always look at the past. Look, we got resistance, a little bit of support there, a little bit of support, right? Support, right? Support, resistance, and potentially resistance. But this is where it really got interesting, okay? So knowing that now we were at pretty much this level that was quite significant as a level of resistance, I narrowed it down to the 1-hour time frame. This is what really caught my attention. I saw that strong momentum and I said, there's got to be an exhaustion. After a strong move like this, guys, we can anticipate as traders, price won't always go up forever. Price has to take a break, has to pull back, retrace itself and say, hey, I need to exhaust. I need to take a break. After a marathon of running, I need to catch my breath and then continue to run, right? And that's exactly what happened, guys. Look at this, guys. This is where I told you guys in the live stream that I was anticipating price to retest it a little bit more before it would go to the downside, and price went exactly as expected. But not only that, when I saw price do this, also noticed that the RSI was definitely overbought, right? And so we were pretty much at an overbought. Look at this on my RSI down here, guys, on the bottom corner here, right hand corner. You could see, do you see that huge peak, that green peak? That was also an indication to me that I said, guys, could be a chance here that we may see price actually start selling off from here, because we're at a major resistance area, okay? And my RSI was overbought, so indicator number 2, we're at a major level structure. Indicator number 3, we're on the daily time frame, we failed to create a higher high, so we're definitely looking for selling opportunities. We're not looking for buys just yet, guys. Okay. And why did I say this level? Well, if we look to the left, we can also see that this was a level. Look at this. We got resistance, resistance, right? Support, support, all that stuff here. Look, support, support, resistance, right? And I knew that this was a level where we could target. And this is what I told you, 171 pip move. And then I said, it's going to come down, but it's still going to retest this high once more before it goes all the way down. And if we actually play this out just to see, if we put the 30-minute, you'll see exactly how it panned out. We're going to let it play and see what ends up happening, guys. Look at that. Price came down, and then watch this. Retested that level. You see that retest over there, and it went exactly as expected. In fact, it went much lower than we anticipated in our favor. Okay, so this is a great example of seeing the opportunity, knowing we're at a major level structure, knowing the overall direction of the market on the higher time frames, okay? And knowing that we were overbought on our RSI, and also knowing, I believe if you put our moving averages here, yes. So the moving averages on the 1 hour was down here, right? So if we move this back again on replay, okay. If we move this back on replay, yes, we could see, look at the moving average over here. Let me just delete this here. You see the moving averages, they coiled up. And then if we play this, just to play it for sake, just for example purposes, typically what happens is you'll notice that when price separates from the moving average, our 20 and 50, by the way, this is the 20 and 50 moving average, typically price will always come back and retrace itself back to that moving average. So let's let it play. You'll see that you'll see how price literally goes in our favor, but also will come back and attract itself to the 20 moving average. And watch how it happens, guys. Bam. Price went exactly as expected and attracted itself back to the moving average. Okay. And so that's just a great example, guys, of a perfect trade opportunity that went over 171 pips in our favor, guys. And if you're looking to level up your trading, maybe you've been struggling with your trading, whatever the case is, I want you to know that this is a community right here that you can count on, community that you can come and watch these videos, network with other traders. Guys, we have a free Telegram group, guys. There's other traders and YouTubers that charge for this, guys. I have a free Telegram group, guys, that you guys can literally go and join for free, guys. The link is in the video description. If you enjoyed this video and you want to keep learning more and more about trading, or you want to level up your trading, make sure you subscribe below. Make sure you turn on your notification bell so you don't miss a single piece of content, guys. I'm super excited to have you guys watching this video, and I look forward to the next video, and I look forward to helping you with your trading. So thank you so much, guys. That's all for today, and make sure you tune in and don't miss out on all the other contents that we have. Thanks so much, guys. Bye for now.